Now, as we know, on this program we've had a little bit of a sceptical eye of the organisation in and around BLM, not the cause of racial justice, all the rest of it here. And there's a little more reason to go, as you know, BLM got an awful lot of money in the past, effectively, a year and a bit, because people didn't really know what the effort was before that. And then, of course, every corporation, lots of millionaires, celebrities, all the rest, plenty of cash. Well, does it end up going up to the top? I don't know. But apparently, according to the New York Post, the BLM co-founder has spent millions of dollars on real estate. The group's co-founder went on a real estate buying binge, snagging up 4 high-end homes of $3.2 million in the US alone, according to property records. Some fellow activists were taken aback by the real estate revelations. Somebody who's the head of the Black Lives Matter Greater New York region called for an independent investigation to find out how the global network spends its money. So now we are organisationally eating from within. If you go around calling yourself a socialist, you have to know as much as your own personal money is going to charitable causes. It's really sad because it makes people doubt the validity of the movement. Now, again, remember, the very people we are talking about are very into Marxism.
Let's just talk about it. Am I a Marxist? I'm a lot of things. I do believe in Marxism. It's a philosophy that I learned really early on in my organizing career. We were taught to learn about the systems that were criticizing capitalism.
And there's nothing more Marxist than buying $3.2 million worth of property. Candace Owens, the Brexit leader, has said this today.
She's a Marxist, so Marxists steal money from other people and they enrich themselves until the people that they stole from are poor. And so she has stolen money from other people on the pretext of a lie, that is Black Lives Matter, and she's enriched herself and she's brought 4 homes. $21 million apparently went to, according to Black Lives Matter themselves, it went to building the black movement. Like, I don't even know what that means. $25 million going to building a black movement. Apparently the black movement was Patrisse moving herself, a black woman moving herself into other areas of the communities of people that she claims are oppressing black Americans.
James, normally, of course, Tucker just looks at the screen when he says, anyway, but to the other side, this is middle stump stuff, right?
This is absolutely, and but I mean, like, look, hey, Paul, communists with DACAs, where have we seen this before? I mean, it's hilarious, too, because the house that she's bought for her primary residence is in Topanga, California, which is, I think, something like 95% white, according to the latest census. So, so much for that, solidarity there, hey?
Yeah. Joe, what am I missing here?
It's a lot of oppression to move into, isn't it?
4 bedrooms of oppression.
Oppression's worth of Airbnb.
I'll just say this. Rich socialist, not a story. Every single socialist I've ever met was rich. Correct. Show me a poor socialist. That's a yarn.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's outrageous. It would be satire if it wasn't sadly true.
Yeah. Now, of course, the racial unrest in the United States, which is the polite way of saying some rioting that is happening right now, has followed the completely unnecessary shooting of a man in the United States who the female police officer thought that she was tasing, but as we know, she shot this person. Now, some of the reactions to this have been pretty extreme, including somebody over there on MSNBC, the lefty news network in the United States, has said now that the cops are as bad as the criminals, Stephen.
If you had an emergency room where doctors and patients were dying on a regular basis for routine checkups, you would say, hey, there is something wrong with this hospital. We got to fire everybody there and start from the beginning. For some reason in America, when we see consistent failures on the part of police departments, suddenly everybody says that can't be abolished. We have everybody from the far right to the far left saying we can get rid of everything from the Environmental Protection Agency to the National Education Board. Why can't we do the same thing with police?
Stephen, what's wrong with these people?
No, look, I mean, and Biden's already said, none of this is an acceptable response. I mean, this appears to be a tragic accident, or to use his word, a tragic failure. And there should be an investigation. There should be proper processes followed. But to leap then to defund the police style arguments, which we just heard a little bit of there, is just an epic fail of an argument. The community needs policing. Yes, there can be improvements in policing. Yes, there are more than just a few bad apples, has been demonstrated over time. and that goes to some of the culture. But you don't fix the culture by abolishing the police.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not an acceptable, reasonable position.
Yeah. All right.